Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before me today, I have, I have just pure, uncut Peruvian crazy. I'm gonna call him the African American Alex Jones. It's really the only way I can describe him. If any of my viewers are aware of the character I've chosen as my avatar, they'd likely guess that I've looked into a fair bit of the occult and alternative worldviews available to your average person. Masonry, conspiracy theories, fucking David Icke and his shape-shifting lizard people, the works. I'm lucky to have an agile enough mind to have found these concepts, researched them thoroughly, and found them wanting. This gentleman seems to have a mind like a flytrap. Anything that touches it sticks, no matter the particular order, meaning, or reason. Before I let her rip, I will display this quote from the tongue of the Purple Sage himself, from my creator's book, The Illuminatis, by Robert Anton Wilson. Know that it is true, untrue, meaningless, true and meaningless, untrue and meaningless, all at the same time. And know that this following gent took it for face value.
So the Black Panthers Party's inception was 1966. It was officially disbanded, dissolved, destroyed in 1982.
And that has been the end of the facts portion of our program. Stay tuned for the slowly escalating crazy to come.
Okay, so I've described it many times as in the secret society world there are white groups and Jewish groups vying for power.
I shall accept this statement without evidence for now.
In the Punisher movie in 1989,
What?
you see this picture. I want you to look at it carefully. I printed out small because I've been using a lot of ink on printing out stuff on my computer.
Printing out porno again, eh?
But I think it's, I think it's clear enough in this picture that it's a Black Panther kissing a feminist demon on top of a pink cross that's on fire with a blue background.
Okay, anyone that wants to see this, I have it at 3558 in The Punisher from 1989. Upon further inspection, it is clearly a demon kissing another demon. Its feet are demonic. Its tail isn't cat-like at all. You may be reaching a bit here, mate.
Blue background. I'm gonna go in a little bit closer in case it's blurry for those of you who've seen this video on Facebook. Okay, I'll put it this way for you. Perhaps you can get a better view of it. You see the Panther's face kissing her, his paws on the bottom of the cross. So what is this symbolic of?
The 80s burning out in mounds of cocaine?
Well, obviously anything that is a substitute for Christ is doing what the devil does. So automatically it's demonic.
We're off to a good start.
When you have any picture, when you had Tupac on the cross, there was demonic nature to it. Now sometimes it could be meant as you're carrying your cross too and you're crucified as well. But that's not how these occultists mean it.
But I am sure that that is not what Tupac meant at all.
Just like with the hexagram. There's Jewish identity, there's even I think the Icke and Eastern philosophy has hexagram.
But we're still gonna go satanic conspiracy with this one, huh?
But the occultists are the guys who run the whole show, and they're the ones who explain to people what their own symbols mean these days.
I don't know.
Giving it their meaning. So there's many meanings, and the occult meaning is the one that you see being used in movies and being used by the people on top and whatnot.
Describing the people that made 1989's The Punisher as running things or on the top is a gross overstatement.
So, this on YouTube it was 37 minutes 35 seconds. Excuse me, it was 35 minutes 41 seconds. And it wasn't under the name The Punisher. It was actually American movies, 2015 action movies, 2015 full movie, English best movies, full HD, action movies.
You noticed this on a mislabeled pirated copy of The Punisher on YouTube, I'm guessing.
So even though it came out in 1989. So this is a movie that came out in 1989 that is showing you. Now remember, the Panther Party started in Oakland, which is highly influenced by feminism.
The only references I can find here are a book of poetry from 1974 and a late 70s political essay, but it was mostly about being a lesbian feminist, so not much with that strong masculine stuff you're talking about.
Now, the Panthers actually had something called womanism, which is very similar to feminism.
No, look it up. It's essentially a more racially obsessed version of intersectional feminism. It's like feminism 2.5, operating between second and third wave intersectionality or something.
It was their way of saying that feminism is controlled by white women, and it was slightly different from feminism. It's more of like a black militant styled feminism.
Actually, that's based on an old Southern slang, as in to act womanish or to be loud, annoying, emotional, outlandish, and not following the social mores.
But this part in the movie is when the Punisher breaks through the ceiling. Okay, this is on the roof, glass on the roof. He breaks through the roof, through the glass,
Thus symbolically smashing the symbol itself, or no?
comes down and attacks the Japanese nightclub. So, considering that the female there has black hair, one could interpret this as um, a marriage between the Asians and Asian feminist women, and an alliance sort of. They're on the same side, and black militants.
Says the black militant in the Asian Sam. But but I'm sure you're not projecting any of that onto these symbols.
Okay. Also, there's a Black Panther in the Occult Egypt. There's a lot of different ways. This could be meant. You could look at the Egyptian way. You could look at the Babylonian way. You could look at the mystery school explanation, the Masonic explanation.
Or you can look at this very popular stock tattoo option that was available in the 70s.
In Masonry, interesting enough, they say that there's no dogmatic way to view their symbols. So to each person, it has its own meaning.
You could learn something important there, son.
So when the Satanists took over the Masonry and they made that the meaning, that was what it was meant to them. You know, it's very interesting how that works.
It's very interesting how your mind works.
And that was very dangerous for them to do that, and as a result, it blew up in their face.
It's, your mind, very dangerous when it does this, and I hope that it doesn't blow up in your face.
If they intended to keep the bad guys from taking charge. So and in the movie, the main yakuza boss is a female. So I think it's pretty straightforward. And when you look at Eastern philosophy, martial arts, there's female ninjas, there's females who do kung fu. The lady who invented, person who invented not Tai Chi, Wing Chun was a female.
I present to you a man that believes Asian feminism is a powerful force in Southeast Asia in modern times. A madman.
And then you have the black and the white, the yin and the yang, and that's part of the I Ching as well. And so, and they talk about energies, of course, and you know, the Masons talk about Luciferian energy.
Okay, we've slid a bit off course here, lad. You want to give the wheel a little bump to correct, or?
So I think it's very disturbing what is in this symbol. I'm not I can't tell you exactly what is meant by the symbol, but from studying this for a long time,
Far too long, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure what they mean by this is that there's a feminist antichrist alliance with the Black Panther Party.
I'm just gonna let my audience breathe that one in. Take a moment, rewind, feel free. It's beautiful.
Interesting enough, the Black Panther Party is not anywhere in this movie, but there is a black cop, but that's neither here nor there.
You sure? It's not symbolic that the black man has been co-opted to police themselves or maybe return to servitude under a satanic state-run cabal? You're very new to crazy, kid. I'm outdoing you on the fly.
You know, I think if you really look at this movie, who is Punisher? Punisher is a white sort of biker guy
Right, let's get right to the heart of things here.
who has a serious problem with crime. And if you look at parts of the Aryan Brotherhood philosophy, they were started by white bikers. The part of the philosophy, you look at the Boondock Saints, it's Irish guys. The Irish bikers were part of who started the Aryan Brotherhood.
Ooh, you slandering the Boondock Saints there?
So there's an aspect of white Christian groups that are more radical
He does know one of those groups is fictional, right? Please tell me he knows one of those groups is fictional.
that have a problem with the Jewish secret society structure and the Jews, the overtly Jewish groups that are battling with the overtly more Christian groups.
Anyone out there follow that quantum leap of crazy?
But they definitely overlap on the top, and we see Jesuit symbolism in London in one of the highest Masonic lodges.
That's not a secret, you fool.
On the floor. Um, so, I was pretty much shocked because I've seen this movie many times, but I never remembered this. It just didn't stick with me.
You've seen this movie many times. I would deduce from that statement alone the second. Many things don't stick with you, I'd imagine.
It didn't stick with me. But I've seen this movie maybe 20 times already. And there you have it. A panther kissing a female demon. A white female. Because just like in Egypt, you have the dark and the white, yin and the yang. Just like, it's part of Asian philosophy. Some people consider Egypt as being part of Oriental philosophy, part of Asian philosophy. The Hittites were there and so on.
You're certainly stretching the concepts of regional and the concepts of cultural borders there a bit.
So you have this black, strong, masculine figure, then you have this evil, white, feminine figure.
That doesn't come off as biased at all, lad. Please, go on with your well-reasoned and researched argument.
And this is a satanic description, symbol. And ask yourself, what is it doing on a Yakuza nightclub? I mean, this movie is spelling it out for people who just, people watch this movie, what do you think they're thinking? Me, personally, when I watch this movie, I think most people did what I did.
What, the right thing? Nothing?
Especially if they don't know anything about symbolism and occult symbolism. When I was younger, I saw this. I probably thought, that's interesting, but I really thought nothing of it.
But cue the adult onset schizophrenia, and voila!
Other than the fact that there's evil connotations to it. That probably came across my mind when I first saw it. The first 10 times I saw it, I probably said, Yakuzas are supposed to be evil, and that's an evil symbolism. Fine. Another thing I think you need to know is who burned crosses famously, the Ku Klux Klan. So it shows you that all these things are connected if you truly think about it.
No one ever tell this man about the 23 numerology game. He'll die.
Association, and you truly think about it. Jesus is portrayed with the sun behind him when he's crucified often. But this is a different kind of light that they're talking about, a destructive light. And the devil destroys the light of a fire, the burning cross. So the Ku Klux Klan is an occultic organization started by a Mason, Nathan Bedford Forrest, and another Mason, Albert Pike, who's like the head of worldwide Freemasonry, 33rd degree. He wrote the book, literally. This guy wrote the book, Morals and Dogma. And he's saying on the highest level of Masonry, not what the lower level guys are saying. He's saying that these symbols do have meaning, and their meaning is satanic. It is the Luciferian doctrine.
They mean light-bringing or light-bearing, you twit.
You see the feminists talking about Lucifer is the liberator of women.
Oh, I beg someone to show me that.
And I'll put those pictures in the comments if you're on Facebook, and if I upload this on YouTube, I'll give you a link to that or something. But and they even have a magazine called Lilith Magazine. I don't know if it's published still. I don't know if it went out of print or whatever. Yeah, this is very sad. It's very sad. I think it's also very interesting how you have the white guys being portrayed as the good guys. Both sides are told that they're the good guys, the other side's the bad guy. But if you look at this from a point of view of research, I think it's impossible not to see that the white guys are, the white Christians are more in the right, spiritually especially.
A little more of his weird form of projection.
With what's going on. But at the same time, they're all occultists who are, it's a phony good evil movement. You have your left-right paradigm, you have this phony good evil paradigm when they're all evil. They're all defying God. They're all doing evil things. I have this picture of this female with a Baphomet over her vagina, the demonic being over, and then she has this cross with a circle around it, that you've seen a lot of white pride worldwide kind of thing. So she's this white supremacist using the cross symbol, and she's using the Satanist symbol.
The equal armed cross you refer to is one of the oldest man-made symbols on Earth. It predates Christianity by centuries. Baphomet is a bastardized mispronunciation of Mohammed, the quote-unquote false god that the Crusaders brought back from the Holy Land. You did know this, didn't you?
So what you see is that there are satanic groups that pretend to be Christian.
And there are trashy dumb chicks with bad tattoos, but no?
And then there are these more, they're working two different angles. It's basically the main representation of two different angles that they're fighting Christianity. One is from within, wolves in sheep's clothes. The other one is outside, that we are attacking you out here, we're also within, destroying you from within,
And that doesn't sound paranoid at all.
Kind of like life. They're giving you food that's destroying you. They're feeding you information in the media that's destroying you. They're also destroying you outside, They're attacking your insides, just physically, not to mention spiritually. They're attacking you physically inside, and they're also attacking you physically outside. There's wars and bullets hitting you, there's eugenics killing you from the inside out, and soft kills and so on.
Yeah, soft kills, look it up. He also believes in gang stalking and talks about it in other videos.
It's the same thing with this, I was very disturbed.
You are indeed, sir.
Because I don't like, it's like I know that all the black people that we're taught to respect, were in secret societies. The Panthers were a bunch of secret society run. Huey Newton was half Jewish, and he promoted Jewish ideas. He was proud of being Jewish. He's just as proud of being Jewish as he was being black.
Incomprehensible.
And there was a lot of Jews that helped him out. There's a lot of Jews in the civil rights movement, a lot of secret society people. So, it's very disturbing. And when we look at Malcolm X, he started off under Elijah Muhammad of secret society occultist, a high-level occultist and Satanist, Elijah Muhammad, and Farrakhan, a high-level occultist, who speaks out against the New World Order, which makes this even more confusing.
That's fine. Nothing could make this less confusing anyway.
But there are high-level secret society occultist people. You look at Farrakhan, look at one of his speeches. He talks about I forgot the word he used, but basically he was saying there's these alien wheels. He said there are wheels. There's these wheels, these alien spaceships above us in the sky, and the government knows about them, and, they're going to come for black people and whatever. Just complete occult madness.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck, man. Physician, heal thyself.
I've heard Jordan Maxwell say things that there was a comet that was going to kill us, and it was supposed to kill us in like the year 2006 or something. I forgot, and he was wrong about it, obviously. And so these people say these ridiculous occult things.
People like you say these things.
At the same time, they're talking about the New World Order. It's very interesting how this stuff works. How these people just, they just can't help but brag about what they're doing. But at the same time, they don't want you to know exactly what they're doing. They want you to have an idea and to want more answers and to want to join them. So then that increases their pool of recruits. Just like the military trying to sell you the idea that you want to join, so they have more people to choose from, and so they're not going to accept everybody. Some people they reject for psychological reasons, and
I get the distinct impression that was a personal confession.
so on and so forth. It's about recruits, it's about power, it's about control, it's about you selling out and knowing that what you're doing is wrong and doing it anyway for material goods. It's just Satanism. A very simple way to put it, we're talking about occultism and we're talking about Satanism. These are satanic occultists. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. And the Black Panther Party, old and new, we are talking about communist styled satanic occultism.
What?
I don't like it. Obviously, I have black, like when I wear the Black Panther t-shirt, I want to make this absolutely clear.
You couldn't possibly.
When I wear my Black Panther t-shirt and the Black Panther Party, it's because I believe in fighting racism. I believe in being a freedom fighter.
Then you shouldn't wear the shirt.
I do not believe in everything they're saying and everything they're doing.
Then you shouldn't wear the shirt.
There's good and bad in everybody, And some people have sold out to the fucking New World Order, so there's more bad in them. So they can be making this huge movement to take on a bunch of bad guys. But the problem is there's bad guys on both sides. It's just evil everywhere, just Satanists everywhere, running the show.
Ah, there's some of that Black Alex Jones I was waiting for.
And then within their recruits, they have some well-meaning people who've been sold the idea. You always have your inner circles in all these groups who kind of know what's going on. You know, they at least know that what they're doing, they're being told what to do by people in secret groups. They know at least that much. At worst, they know they're a bunch of satanic occultists, but at least they know that much. And then they sell the idea. You know, some of these people aren't secret societies. Some of these people just have aligned themselves. But I'm almost out of time, so I'm gonna end it there. You know, no, there is no good guys. You know, if you are a Black Panther or a gang member or any secret society group, you're a bad guy, especially more than good. Thank you.
And he closes with a reasonable statement. He bookended his madness with 2 sentences of sanity. All his videos are crazy gold mines. I can't face the tunnels again, no matter what the reward. Besides, my submarine is made of gold. Wait, wasn't that a metaphor? Ah, fuck it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.